we're trying to, I guess, cut that down a little bit. And we also found that they like to listen to music a lot. So we're trying to, I guess, put music in the hallways during pass period through the speakers. And we thought that would be pretty cool, and they might like that. And we plan to win over the freshmen and beat Mikayla Harper. And yeah, I plan in my group to do all that we can, and I guess
Thank you.
yeah.
All right. Ms. Harper?
First, I would like to re-emphasize what Ruben has said, and thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Both of us are going to be great candidates. It just depends on which you think fits your needs better. What my party is mostly focusing on is presentation attire. I know that presentation attire is something that y'all aren't comfortable with yet, and that's okay. Y'all don't have to be comfortable with that. But we want to find out why, and we want to find out how to make you feel more comfortable at this school, because that's something that's really important to us. We want to defend what you want. We want to defend what you're asking from us, because we think it's the seniors' obligation to make sure that all of the family is welcome and all of the family feels completely comfortable. So, presentation attire, we're going to teach you how to feel good in it and how to feel confident, because if you don't feel confident, presentations are going to be difficult. And a confident freshman class is exactly what this school needs, because y'all are our future, and y'all are who are going to represent us. So we want y'all to be our legacy, because that's what you are. And this is your school now. I would also like to reemphasize what Ruben has said about the whole music in the first 6 weeks. That is definitely a topic that needs to be addressed. But the first 6 weeks is over. That's no longer an issue. We're going on to the future. We need to focus on the things that matter from here on out. Like how you feel in presentation attire, what we're going to do about music, what type of music we want to listen to, music in passing periods, topics like that. So from here on out, it's going to be about you, and it's going to be about what you want from this school. Because like I said, this is your school now. You have this school for 4 more years. I'm only here for 1 more. So let's make sure that this school fits your needs.
Thank you.
We'd like to remind the audience to please refrain from any side comments or applause until the end. Okay. You will both be running for a position in which you will be representing the freshman class. Can you both speak, Ms. Harper, you'll go first. Can you both speak on how you will best represent the freshman class and what makes you qualified to do this?
So I feel like I would be a very good representative for the freshman class because I have a little bit of power. I have very good grades, I know my teachers very well, and I have a certain way that I communicate where I think I deliver my message very, very well. I also am pushy. I make sure that things get done. I wanted my transcript, and I don't know if the freshmen know, but the seniors have been having quite a bit of trouble getting transcripts, and I went to the office every day until I got mine. So I make sure things get done, and I don't stop until they do. And that's just something that I do. I organize events, I organize activities. Right now I'm working with NHS, and I'm setting up a booth. I'm in charge of making sure that booth gets set up. And so I think that I would be a good candidate because when I have business, I mean it.
Thank you. Ruben?
I think I would be a very good candidate for the freshman because my little brother is a freshman, and me and him, we're pretty close, and we kind of think the same way. And I know all his friends, and I like what they like. We have the same things in common, and I don't want to say I act like a freshman, but I understand what they think and what they're going through, and I've been through that. and I understand what they're going through because I didn't like the same things that they don't when I was a freshman. Like I didn't like how we couldn't listen to music in the first 6 weeks and all that stuff, and I feel like it's kind of my job to fix all that for them and to make sure that they have the best high school experience that they can have because I understand. I know what they're going through. And I want to make it the best for them.
Thank you.
Okay, in polling the freshmen, we've become aware of several issues that they have. One of those is presentation attire. Ms. Harper, actually, we'll start with Mr. Verwiges. You mentioned, both of you mentioned a little bit about the policies that you'd like to see changed for the freshmen. Your opponent has mentioned her stance on presentation attire, and it's obvious yours. Can we hear what you have planned for presentation attire for the freshmen?
I feel like, okay, when I wear presentation attire now, like, I like to wear the suit and jacket and all that because it makes me feel like I'm a billionaire, and like, all the presentation clothes make me feel powerful, and that I can run things, and I feel to them that if they realize like what they look like in the presentation attire, like they will feel like they can go run a Fortune 500 company, and I feel like the presentation attire like rules, I think they're okay with that. Some of them like to dress up, like my little brother. He doesn't mind dressing up. He finds things to wear, and he likes to mix it up with his presentation clothes. And I know some of them might not like to dress up, but if they understood, I guess how people who are millionaires and run Fortune 500 CEOs, if they knew how they dressed up and what they look like they would be a lot more into it and a lot more willing to dress up nicely. Because that's how I figured it out. I said, this man owns like this entire company and runs his own empire. I want to look like him.
Thank you.
Okay. So I personally believe that the first thing we need to do is put ourselves in the freshman shoes, or in your shoes, depending on who I'm talking to. I remember being a freshman. I remember being overwhelmed and kind of weirded out by wearing these clothes that I had never worn before. I'm a senior now, and I'm dressed up right now. I like getting dressed up. I take every opportunity I can to, because I feel confident, and I feel strong, and I feel like I can do anything whenever I'm dressed up, because I've given tours, I've given presentations, and I just feel confident and strong. But I think that it's important to feel confident whenever you get dressed up and whenever you are in presentation attire. And I think that without that confidence, if the freshmen haven't found that confidence yet, they're not going to present as well. And so the first thing that we need to worry about is making sure the freshmen are comfortable dressing up and feel confident when they dress up and know that they can just do anything when they dress up. They can go on panels, they can give tours, they can talk to visitors, and they are going to look spiffy. They're going to look great. And I think it's important to make sure that everyone knows that it's not just you're dressing up because we're going to be strict and we want rules and we want you to go into these really uncomfortable clothes. That's not what it is. It's we want you to dress up so that you're ready for the real world and so that you will impress people and people will be amazed by how much you know and how young you are. We're in high school and people come around and they look at us whenever we're giving presentations and whenever we're dressed up and we amaze them. And that's what we need to keep doing.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to our last question of the debate. Both of you have mentioned potential policy changes that you'd like to see go into effect. If you are promising that you're going to do these things, how will you go about doing them? How will you go about changing the policies? And as a follow-up question, how will that differentiate you from your opponent?
Okay.
Mikayla.
So, like I stated earlier, I tend to get things done, and whenever things need to get done, I go right to whoever's in charge. So, depending on the change, it depends on who I'm going to go talk to. If it's something school-wide, I might go talk to Deabte. If it's something to do with transcripts or something that the counselor needs to hear, I'll go talk to the counselor. Also, like I said, I'm very, very persistent. I think that's what would probably set me apart from my competitor is whenever I want something to get done, I don't stop until it gets done. I will not take no for an answer. I will make sure that people hear what we want to happen and that people are hearing what we want to happen every single day. Because it's my job, and I think that it's my obligation to make sure that I defend what the freshmen want and what they want from their school. Because like I've said, this is your school now, and so we should shape it to fit your needs.
Okay, so I will also go to the higher powers, but I will come in force. I will bring people with me who will stand behind me and will speak with me that these things need to be changed. I will come in very large groups, and Zikis will not only have to change it because there are so many people who think the same way I do, but he can't refuse because he's running the school for us, and he told us that this is our school, not just the seniors, but the freshmen and sophomores and juniors as well. This is our school, so if it's our school, then we're allowed to go up to him in groups, in large mass, and tell him what we want changed and what we think is right. And like Mikayla said, if it's with transcripts or rules we want changed, we will go to those higher powers. But I will go in force, and I will make not only myself but the people who also want their things changed. I will make their voices heard.
Thank you.
Okay, that concludes the question part of our debate. You now will each have 2 minutes to say your closing statements. Since Ruben started, Mikayla, you can start to finish.
Okay, so first I would just like to thank everyone who's listened for listening. And I would like to reinforce and reinstate that I will defend the freshman class. It is my obligation, it is my duty, it is the seniors' obligation to make sure that the freshmen feel comfortable, because this is our house. That's what we always say at Circle, this is our family, this is our house, which means it's part of your house too. So, as a closing statement, I just want the freshmen to remember that I'm here, and even before elections get started, and even before we start voting or anything like that, if you have any concerns, you can come talk to me, and we can see about getting things changed. So this is our house, and I'm here to defend what you want. I'm here to defend your voice. Because none of your ideas are stupid. All of your ideas have value. All of your wants need to be addressed. You all need to feel comfortable in this school. And that's my job.
Thank you. Ruben?
And I would also like to thank everyone here for listening. And I would like to say that I care about all you guys. This isn't just a business thing. I actually care about you like you guys are my little brothers and sisters. And when my brother wants something, I try to get it for him. So I'm gonna try everything that I can, and I will do my best to fit all your needs. And I hope you vote for me because I care about you guys, and I want you to have the best high school experience that y'all can have. And I feel like it's my obligation to do that for you, like it is to take care of my little brother.
Thank you very much.